Hello, I'm Isabella Martin, and here with me today is Rob Dale, the Emergency Manager and Regional Planner for Ingham County. Rob, thank you so much for being here with me today.
It's good to be here and good to talk about this with you.
Now, I'd just like to start by asking you first, can you explain to everybody your background and for people who don't know what your job consists of?
Yeah, so what emergency management does, we're an office of two here. We have one who's a sergeant with the Ingham County Sheriff's Office. He's the actual emergency manager, and I'm the planner. So what we do is we do things to make sure that bad things don't happen. So we write a lot of plans. We do a lot of exercises that hopefully never get used. But if something bad does happen, we're ready for it. And part of my role as a planner is to make sure that our mass notification system, our alerting system is up to date. And that's part of the process we're going through right now.
Yeah, so on that mass notification system, can you talk a little bit about what's new and really what it is?
Yep, so it's the Capital Area Ingham County Alert System, and it is a free service that we provide along with the city of Lansing and all the other communities in the Ingham County area. So what it allows you to do is to go online and sign up for emergency alerts, but also informational alerts. So, for example, when the fair is coming up, we might send some information if there's a lost child at the fair. We'll push that out using our service. If there's a major traffic, 496 is closed for an accident, we'll use that. The primary goal, though, is emergency. So when there's a major weather event coming through, if there's some sort of crime notification, a crime in progress that we want people to know about to stay away from an area, we'll use this platform to do it. So again, it's free for the end user, whether you live in a county or work in it or pass through it. We want everyone involved with Ingham County to be signed up.
Now, what is changing with that this year?
So what is changing is we always have had the ability to send phone calls. So if it's a dire emergency, we will actually call the houses or the cell phones in the area of a disaster. We can do text messages and we can do emails, but the app is kind of a step forward. We found out for big events that we just send out too many text messages at once. It overloads the cell phone tower, so the alerts can be delayed by a few minutes. And a few minutes is not a big deal most of the time, but sometimes it is. So using the app, it's instant. It's actually faster than text messages. So it goes out in around 2 to 3 seconds, the maximum time delay. So it's faster for users. It's better for them because we can attach pictures to it. If it's a traffic incident, we can show a map of a detour plan. If it's a lost child, we can attach a picture of the lost child to it. So it allows more flexibility. And if you're traveling through other communities that have Everbridge, you don't have to sign up for their system. So if you're driving through and a disaster happens, if that county puts out an Everbridge alert, you automatically get it. You don't have to have signed up for anything else. You simply have to have the app on your phone.
So you said something about Everbridge. So the app is called Everbridge. And how do people download it on their phones?
Yep. So a web search or a search on your store for Everbridge is all that it is. If you have an account already, you just use the same login that you use. If you don't have one, it's even easier now to set up than before because you simply put in where you live, what sort of alerts you'd like. If you don't want the travel ones, you don't have to get those. You can turn on and off the weather alerts if you don't want. You always get the emergency ones, but the other ones, we do snowplow advisory. So it's all there to let you decide what you get and for what parts of the county you get it. But then no matter what, you'll get the big emergency alerts pushed right to you right from that app. So you don't have to go to a web page to sign up anymore. You simply download the Everbridge app. You'll type in Lansing or Ingham County or whatever, how you want to get in there, but it'll pull up the Capital Area Ingham County Alert System, and there you go.
That sounds very like a good system.
Yeah, we're excited to be able to provide it. We've done a lot of alerts. We went through and we looked at millions of messages we send each year, which is not what we thought when we started this, but as we find more and more uses to keep our community informed, and the opportunities there for the end user to get that information, we found that we were very, very valuable.
Now, for the emergency notification system, when a disaster happens, maybe like a tornado or a possible bad thunderstorm, does it alert the people what they should do in the case of a tornado or thunderstorm, or does it just alert them that it's happening?
We do both. So actually, during severe weather weeks in the spring, we will push out some information telling people how to prepare for thunderstorms. If we think that it might be a really, really bad day, then that morning of, we'll push out a special alert that tells people, when the storms might come, what sort of information we can share to keep them safe. We'll share the links to we have a Facebook page where we will post more frequent updates. We have a website, emergency.ingham.org, where all that information is pushed. So we will do that ahead of time. We use this messaging platform for that awareness. When winter comes, I know it's only August, it's going to be winter soon, and then we'll push out winter awareness, driving awareness tips, that sort of information. We usually send those to email. We don't want to overwhelm people. We don't get them getting a text message with info like that. We restrict that. So on our side, we can decide, what goes to the phone, what goes to email or text or the app, and kind of use our flexibility to send it right where it's most needed.
Got it. So for the app, people can also choose what to get and what to not get. And does that come with setting up the app, or do they have to manually do that?
So after you set up the app, it'll give you all the opportunities you can find. So for example, if you want Meridian Township community news, you check the box. If you don't check the box. If you want traffic alerts, free Lansing, you check it. If you don't check it. So it gives you that flexibility when you're setting up. It'll give you a list. It's not overwhelming, but it does give you the ability to filter by community and then by type. If you don't want anything except the big disasters, then you don't check any of the boxes. But if you do want to know when your route home might be blocked, or when storms might be coming, that option exists there for you right inside the app.
Well, this sounds like a great app, and thank you so much for walking me through it. Do you have anything else that you want to tell anybody?
Yeah, it's a good platform. It's good to have because, again, that especially for those that travel, we find so many people that they're not every community is covered by it. So I don't want to trick people into thinking they'll get alerts everywhere, but it makes it so much easier. A lot of Michigan counties do have Everbridge, so especially this is still the time of the year people going up north for vacation before school starts back up. So it's good to have that on your phone. I just got an alert. I was on vacation last week and got an alert in a community that I don't normally sign up for because we were driving through, they had a traffic accident. So that information is certainly handy to have, and it's all free. It's all paid for by our tax dollars. So we push this right out for free at no charge to everyone who wants to use it.
So one last time, the app is called Everbridge, and if people want to access it, they just download it on their phones.
Absolutely, yep. And if they have any questions, go to our website. It's emergency.ingham.org. And click the link there, and we'll get right back to you. But it really is easy to do, and hopefully it's a value to everyone that uses it.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great value, especially in the winter time when the roads are tough. We live in Michigan, and the weather is obviously very unpredictable. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking about it.
Well, thank you for joining me again.
Absolutely. You have a good day.
You too.